You've caught Kaiba at a bad time. This bag fell over. How dare it! Daddy, what is wrong with your bag? Move that bag, Daddy. Move that bag. Bad bag. Now give me a stick. Yes. Yes. You can put it down. I'll eat it when I want to eat it. Maybe I'll eat it now. You know what? I will eat it now. I'm not happy. Kaiba, stop being so grumpy. It's the last episode of New Set versus Old Set with our 2 packs that we're doing this round. Not now. Eating. Humans can see me later. Move on to the packs. Alright. Good afternoon, Magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel. I am here to do our bonus episode of New Set versus Old Set. For the first time ever, the Old Set has taken this competition. Depending on who you talk to, it was either a 4-3 or 4-2 victory. After a lot of debate with my one fellow follower in the chat, I've decided I agree with him. I'm not gonna make round 5 a tie any longer unless somebody else can debate me back into it. Yoshimaru is an insane pull. It's gonna make a fabulous commander if I want to put it as a commander, or as I'm more likely to do, it's probably going to go into my commander party deck, which I think I've previewed for you guys on the channel before, but if not, that will eventually show up in a super deck Sunday. But in the meantime, I haven't decided what to do with the puppy yet, but he is definitely the better card from round 5. So, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pulled out a huge victory over Innistrad Remastered. Clearly, Innistrad Remastered, even though it's new, not the best set, at least not out of what we pulled. But who knows, maybe these bonus packs will be different. Ironic twist, I only bought 6 packs originally from Paradox, and I could not get either of these sets from Paradox for the final bonus episode. So, behind the scenes thing here, I got this one from 401 Games, which I think is somewhere in Toronto, but I'm not 100% sure. I did it over internet. And I got this one from Dark Fox. So, it's kind of like a store battle in addition to it being like the bonus episode. So regardless of what happens here, Kamigawa has definitely won the pack battle for sure, but we're still going to see what pack is better in this episode. But like I say, it's kind of like a competition to see which store is actually the better card provider. Which is funny because, of course, they're sealed packs, so what can they really do about it? But still, head-to-head competition. Alright. Because Kamigawa's won, and is definitely the most dominant set so far, I'm going to actually open it last. And we will give it its grace and its honor, sort of like thing, for being so awesome. And so we'll start with the Innistrad Remastered. I am still looking for the Egger Markov. This is the last chance to pull the Egger Markov. I'm not going back into this set afterwards, and I'm not buying the Egger Markov. If I fail to pull it right now, Queen Marchesa will still be the head of my vampire deck, And to be perfectly honest, I like her as the head of my vampire deck. It's got a really good synergy having her at the helm. The only reason I would replace her is if I pulled Edgar Markov, and it's simply because vampires are way better with Edgar Markov than without. There's no doubt about that. Alright, here we go. We got a Borrowed Hostility. Escalates repay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. So I can either give target creature +3/+0, or target creature gets first strike. But if I want both, I have to pay an additional 3 besides the 1. Not bad. An interesting instant. Silent Departure. Return target creature to its owner's hand. This is flashback. Sorcery, though. So, I mean, you're going to have to use it on your turn, but it's a nice way to get rid of a pesky blocker, assuming it doesn't have hexproof. So, I'm going to say mid. Tragic Slip. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. But it gets -13/-13 instead if a creature already died this turn. That's pretty solid, and it's an instant and it only costs 1. That's going to the top. Aim High. Untapped target creature gets +2/+2 and gains reach until end of turn. Ooh, that's a new one for reach for me. I do always love to get these cards that give reach at instant speed because green is so freaking hammered down with a handicap against flying most of the time. That's definitely going to the top 2. Alright, Ancestral Anger. We pulled this thing a bunch of times. It's really not a great card unless you're playing in Modern or something like that, so I'm going to put that as a bottom, which I'm going to keep over here. I'll put the lands up here. If we pull an amazing card, we'll put it in the top. Drug Skull Shieldmate. Flash. When this creature enters, other creatures you control get +0/+1 until end of turn. That's interesting. It is a Spirit Soldier. So it gives all your stuff an extra defense, which is pretty cool. I'm actually going to top that. Desperate Farmer is definitely going to go down, unfortunately. I do love the fact that it has lifelink, and it only costs 3 to play, but what you get in return is just a 4/3 with lifelink, which really isn't worth all the effort to... Well, I mean, it's only another creature dies. It's not so bad. Actually, I'm going to admit it. Still, though. That's a new zombie for me. Blade Stitched Scab. Other zombies you control get +1/+0. Decent. I do love me a zombie. I'm going to top that one just because it's a zombie. Boarded Window. Creatures attacking you get -1/-0. At the beginning of each end step, if you were dealt 4 or more damage this turn, exile this artifact. Huh. That kind of sucks. I mean, it's mid for sure, but it could be better. Smoldering Werewolf. Enters, it deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures. You can pay 4 and 2 red to transform it, and it becomes, I'm assuming, an Eldrazi. I was right, an Eldrazi. Whenever it attacks, it deals 2 damage to any target. That's not bad. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get it in play and transform it, but that's not bad what you get in return for it. I'm going to admit it, though, still. Angel Fire Ignition. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature that gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. And this card has Flashback. Okay, you just got put here. You were a sorcery, I know, but still, that's definitely the pull so far. Twin Blade Geist. Spirit Warrior. Has Double Strike, it has Disturb. Does it transform after Disturb? I think it does. Yes, it does. Okay. And it becomes an enchantment where it can enchant a creature and that creature gets Double Strike. Okay, so it's a 1/1 with Double Strike and it becomes an enchantment that gives something Double Strike. That's pretty solid. I'm going to top that, but this is still better. Grizzly Ghoul looks cool though, and it's a zombie, and it's a bear. I do love bears and I do love zombies. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool card. Trample, when this creature enters with a +1/+1 counter for each creature that died this turn. Ooh. Ooh. I like me this bear. I think that bear might take over this. They're going to share it. Alright, we got ourselves a retro-looking swamp, which is pretty kick-ass looking. And one of those useless tokens I hate. Alright. I was hoping for something really cool at the end there. I suppose that's my really cool one at the end. Well, no. This is my really cool one at the end. Alright, Kamigawa, show us your stuff. Show us why this is the better set. First off, it's got the way better land. I think almost everybody on the planet who plays this game loves these lands. Ooh, I got a shrine token. Nice. Didn't have one of those before. Good start. We got ourselves an art card. Decent. Trying to figure out which way to put it. I think it's like that. Let me know if I have it upside down. But I'm pretty sure it's like that. Or is it supposed to be sideways? Because there's her face. No, it's definitely got to be like that. Okay. Anyways, we'll put that with the token. What we got? We got a Jungle Hollow. Hollow foil, too. Nice. I like the artwork on it, too. Beautiful land. Not the one I was hoping for, but still beautiful. Fang is Shigeki. We've had him before. It's always nice to have a 1/1 with Death Touch, though. You can't complain about that. I can complain about the boar. It's okay, but it's not insanely good by any means. Spell Pierce. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2 and it only costs 1 for me. That's pretty solid. Wanderer's Intervention. Deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Damn, I like that. Cameo Safekeeping. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and you gain 2 life for 1. I mean, this is what I mean. Kamigawa is just insane. Moonfolk Artificer. Costs 5 to put in a 3/4 with flying, but whenever a non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1 and a blue. If you do, you get to create a token that's a copy of that artifact. Man! Goblin Artificer! Artifact creature, flying 2/2 for 2. Artifact spells cost 1. These pulls are amazing. I love Kamigawa. I'm going to miss being in this set. We might have to go back to this set at some point for sure. If you guys love this set as much as I do, give this video as many likes as you guys can. Because if you guys give this video enough likes, let's call it 20. If this video gets 20 likes, I promise we will go back to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty in 2 or 3 of these chapters. I have at least 2 battles that I've already planned out, but I can always make Kamigawa come up against the space set. I haven't picked anybody to go against the space set yet. I'm talking too much and I'm not explaining the cool instant in my hand. Boon of the Boseiju. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among permanents you control, and then you get to untap it. Why are all these instants so good? Draw a card, then discard a card. You get to do it twice, and then you get to exile this, and it becomes a 2/3 spirit with flying. Nothing wrong with that. Kodama of the West Tree! We just pulled a huge hit. I am still working on my spirit deck. I'm actually spending a good chunk of this weekend working on that, so that's awesome. A 3/3 with reach. Modified creatures you control have trample. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Insane. And a Mirror Shield Crab. Ward 3, channel 2 in a blue, discard it, counter target spell or ability unless its controller pays 3. It's a 5/7 for 7. Damn! Well, I hate to break it to you, but you guys just got schooled hard. Kodama of the West Tree is definitely the best pull of the day for sure. You guys can debate me on that if you want to, but I don't think anybody will. This has definitely been an excellent end to this chapter of New Set versus Old Set. I mean, the bonus episode, we may not have pulled Edgar Markov at all, unfortunately, during this challenge, but I mean, we've pulled some really cool stuff from Innistrad for sure. Definitely a lot of really cool stuff from my werewolf deck. And some neat stuff for vampires, too. But Kamigawa has definitely delivered time after time after time. And I just gotta say, alright, I got a sleeping pug behind me. I don't want to disturb him too much. Probably not gonna give you guys a shot at him unless I can spin this without moving my back. Let's see if I can. There we go. Backwards shot. Thank you guys for tuning in to New Set versus Old Set. Thank you for the support, as always, in this new series on the channel. It's been really encouraging to keep getting all the support and love from you guys on this. So definitely tune in a couple weeks. We're going to start the next one. I have something special for you guys next week. So next week there's going to be something different on the channel for the entire week. But in the meantime, I don't want to spoil that, and I don't want to spoil what's coming up next. So just tune in 2 weeks for the next New Set versus Old Set. Alright guys, much love to you all from me. You take care, and